Time now for your T-Mobile ticket to the game. So Tuesday's probables coming up from beautiful Wrigley Field. Carlos Carrasco and Yu Darvish. Fourth in the league in earned run average. And Yu coming off a loss, but he was really good against the Reds his last time out. Strike called on Anthony Rizzo. Aaron Savali and John Lester on Wednesday.
Just kind of hoping to see the Biebs pitch. A Bieber-Darvish matchup, that would have been sweet.
Fire Risen, his second inning of work. One of the strangest pitching lines you're ever going to see for Adrian Hauser. 4 innings plus, 4 hits, 7 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Missed the corner. Rizzo looking for a salvage here in the 6th. 3 strikeouts early. Popped out of play.
Len mentioned Fire Risen from Wisconsin. Played his college ball at the Wisconsin Stevens Point. One of 3 players from that school to make it to the big leagues. Most notable, Jordan Zimmerman.
Called strike 3. And that kind of day for Anthony.
Bring the magic of the friendly confines to your home by entering the Wrigley Field at Home sweepstakes each week through the end of the 2020 season. Fans are able to enter for their chance to win a set of Wrigley Field seats, a personalized jersey, an autographed baseball, and more. Scan the QR code on the screen or visit Cubs.com/WrigleyFieldAtHome to enter.
Contreras is 0 for 3. 2 of the outs made in the 4th inning, but the Cubs put up 5 runs in that frame. Strike 2. Fire Rising just falls almost completely off the mound on every pitch. First time you see it, it looks like he stumbled, and then you realize, no, he does that on every offer.
He might be vulnerable to a little drag bunt by a right-handed hitter.
Arcia will scoop. That's the other thing, you know, Rizzo and Contreras are combined 0 for 8. And the Cubs have scored 9 times. Everybody can't hit every day, but being picked up by their teammates, including Kyle Schwarber, who's walked all 3 times.
Yeah, the story of the game is just the charity, right? The walks and the errors really set things up for the Cubs. And a couple key knocks. 1 long ball. Ooh, good change up there. Yeah, Bob Gibson fellow used to fall off to the first base side. Ended up having a pretty good career. Perfect world, you want a pitcher to finish square to home plate. A good fielding position. They always teach you once you turn the ball loose, you're now an infielder.
Schwarber strikes out. Cubs go 1-2-3. They've got a big lead, and Alec Mills back to work in the bottom of the 6th.
How will the fair tax affect you? 97% of Illinoisans would pay the same or less in taxes. Only people making above $250,000 would pay more. It's time for change. Vote yes for fairness.
Start updating your home with quality products from Menards. Chamberlain garage door openers feature Wi-Fi control that allows you to open and close your garage door from anywhere. Get 11% off all Chamberlain garage door openers. Protect your garage floor with Rust-Oleum garage floor coating kits. They're perfect for garages, workshops, or basements. Right now, get 11% off all Rust-Oleum garage floor coating kits. Start saving today with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I don't know what happened.
This? Nah, nothing happened.
Nothing happened?
Nothing happened.
Sure looks like something happened.
Well, you've been with Farmers for 3 years with 0 auto claims.
Yeah?
So you earned your policy perk, accident forgiveness. Now, instead of this being something,
It's nothing.
get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks. They should really turn this right off.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When they finally won it, we're all calling each other. Frank calls me, I called Lenny. Everybody's talking, everybody's going crazy. Frank was killed working in a work zone in Cook County. The guy he was working with, he got on the phone with me and explained to me what happened. And I was searching for words. When you get in construction zones, too many people have gotten killed. These people got families just like you do. Please, slow down.
Want to see how the fair tax would affect you? Go online and use the fair tax calculator. 97% of people will pay the same or less in taxes. It's time for change. Vote yes for fairness.
Super Slow Mo is brought to you by Mattress Firm, where we help you rest easy. And that kind of day for the Brewers. All Cubs.
First pitch swing. Sogard grounds out. Happ goes to left from center. Schwarber's out. Billy Hamilton is now playing center.
Checking out his scouting report where he needs to be positioned for Sheriff Nottingham.
And a fastball for a strike. There have been, I count, 4 lineouts on Brewers bats. Jerko really got a hold of one in the second. Nice play by Happ in center. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 down.
Strikeout number 4 on the afternoon for Alec Mills. He goes upstairs with a heater to get Nottingham. Mentioned earlier, when you're pitching a game like Mills, when you have a big lead, if you fall behind in the count, you can just throw it in there and say, here, hit it. That's not going to be his mindset now. Now that he's got a 9-run lead and pitching a no-hitter, if he gets into a hitter's count, he's not going to give in. At least he shouldn't. His mindset should be, I'm going to continue to try to make pitchers pitches, and if I end up walking a guy, so be it.
On the ground. Cody let it go, and Baez fires just in time. Garcia thinks he might have beaten it. I think he's out. Cubs are heading off the field.
Yeah, a little bobble. Thank goodness, a strong arm of Baez able to sling that one over there just in the nick of time. Yikes. Got away with it.
No hits through 6. And a quick 1-2-3 for Mills.
This car since you were 8 policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Eagle go. ECOM go. FIL go. No. GPS go. 15 seconds. Guidance switch to internal.
Come on, hurry up. All systems go.
5, 4,
Audi e-tron, the next frontier of electric.
I have so many questions, Sister Lucia. If someone were to say to you, why what happened all those years ago? Why would she choose you, child of all people?
Jesus has chosen you.
Some are calling it a miracle.
A miracle.
Why would the Mother of God choose you of all people?
What harm can 3 little children possibly do?
You have to believe.
How do you go from this to this with zero work? Easy. Introducing Tovala. We deliver real, fresh ingredients. You do a few seconds of prep. Then the Tovala Smart Oven steams, bakes, and broils everything to perfection. No groceries, no dishes, no hard stuff. So when you hear this, you know dinner just cooked itself. Tovala. Try it risk-free for 100 days at tovala.com.
Chicago Cubs baseball on Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by Wintrust, proud legacy partner of the Chicago Cubs and exclusive home of Cubs checking. Your local Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Visit buyhyundai.com. Menards, save big money at Menards. And by Blue Cross Blue Shield, through it all. Corey Knebel now working for Milwaukee. Reinstated from the injured list Tuesday at a left hamstring sprain.
And so just one appearance since coming back. Missed all of last year with Tommy John surgery. 10 appearances, 7 2/3, and a high ERA.
Budweiser pitching change. Tommy John surgery April 3rd of last year.
.39 saves for the Brewers in 2017. Posted a 1.78 ERA that year. Next year he was a dependable guy in their bullpen, not quite as good as he was in 17.
Called strike 3. He dotted one on the outside. 96.
Well, if you thought this ball was outside, might have had a point. You see Nottingham yank it back a little bit.
Hayward 1 for 2, walk, double, pop out, RBI, and a run. Fastball is high. Single from the stretch. Might have been a strike, but he made his catcher reach for it. Player profile brought to you by Verizon. Hayward has done a lot of good work on the road. Taylor, what do you have?
Well, last night when Hayward was talking about his home run, he said, all right, I do got to give a shout out to my boy Freddie Freeman, who of course he's close with after his days in Atlanta. He said on his birthday, Freddie texted him and said, I'm going to hit a home run for you, and he delivered. And so Hayward wished Freddie a happy birthday earlier yesterday. Did not say he was going to hit a homer, but then was pleased that he did. After the game. He texted him and said, I was happy to deliver a home run for you, although it was not promised.
Yeah, you don't want to overpromise. You'd rather overdeliver, and he was able to do that. Not only a home run, but a game winner off Josh Hader.
Yeah. Extra bonus points for that.
So after the Hayward walk, it's Kipnis. It's a breaking ball inside.
Enables a two-pitch pitcher, fastball, curveball. Played collegiately at the University of Texas. He's a closer there, second all-time in saves. Houston Street. It's the all-time saves leader down in Austin.
Popped up. Over to get it is Arcia, the shortstop. 2 down.
Catcher, number 7, Victor Caratini.
At this point in the game, if you're Alec Mills, you don't mind your club having quick innings. You've got all the runs you need.
Yep.
You'd rather stay in rhythm.
Foul strike. Cubs have 9 runs on 5 hits. The bottom line is to score runs. It doesn't matter how many hits you have. It's something we tell you. However many runs on however many hits. The idea of scoring, no runs on 15 hits, that wouldn't be any better. It'd be a lot worse, in fact.
It'd be terrible. Yes, you'd be chastised for not coming through in the clutch. As my college coach, the great Dick Rockwell, would say, taking the gas.
Two on Caratini. Full count.
Bright sunny day in Milwaukee, as it is here. Lovely day. I wish we were playing at home today.
Yeah, gorgeous. Deep center. Garcia back on it. Off the top of the wall. Hayward waved in. 10-0 on a double by Caratini. And oh, so close to a home run, which would have been his first.
Yeah, he might ask him to take a look at this one. I thought it got out initially. He got on top of that high fastball from Knebel, and he knocked the stuffings out of it, and clearly it was off the wall. Bottom of the wall. A stutter step around third by Hayward, but no biggie.
Curve is high to Bodie. He now has 6 home runs this season.
Look out.
Really got away from Knebel.
Let's take a look at his last one, and StatCast powered by Google Cloud. He got on top of a high fastball. Usually he's down, better down than up, but he got that elevated heater. 97.5 miles per hour and 354, so not a long one, but counts just the same. Well, probably merit a little notation in the scouting report from the opposing clubs. Wait a minute, Bodie can hit a high fastball a long way.
Right field, Gamble. Stretch time from Milwaukee. Don't go anywhere though. Alec Mills back out.
People love superheroes.
But if you have stuff to get up to, it's diabolical.
Oh, great. Cool. Bill Belichick? Really? You're right. I should get a delicious footlong from Subway. That would be better.
Now you look better, too.
Now get a free footlong when you buy 2, because it's footlong season.
Attention, guardians of the grass, navigators of the turf, and keepers of the green. To the mowers of Green Acres, rural ramblers, and back to the landers. Whether you saddle up or buckle down, run with us. For all the head turners, stripe earners, and time crunchers. To the kid corrallers, grill masters, and all those who ride faster, run with us on a John Deere mower. Because this is more than just grass. It's home. Nothing runs like a deer. Search John Deere mowers for more.
Finding inner flex with Duluth Double Flex Denim. Look deep. Deeper. 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 Too deep. Find your inner flex with Duluth Double Flex Ballroom Denim. Only at Duluth Trading.
We're all finding ways to keep moving. And at Fidelity, you'll get planning and advice to help you prepare for the future without sacrificing what's most important to you today. Because with Fidelity, you can feel confident that the only direction you're moving is forward.
Download the MARQ Sports Network app to live stream Cubs games, catch highlights, watch player interviews, and get exclusive access to your team by downloading the MARQ Sports Network app right now.
Our game summary is brought to you by Wintrust, proud legacy partner of the Cubs and exclusive home of Cubs checking. Well, the starting pitching in this series, excellent. 2-run homer allowed by Kyle Hendricks to Ryan Braun last night. That's been it. Alec Mills starts the bottom of the 7th, having allowed 0 hits.
An impressive show by the starters for sure this weekend. We look at the breakdown pitches by inning for Alec. comfortably at 72 through 6. Do a little ciphering. That's a 12 per inning. And that's really good. So he is positioned to take this one to the house.
Tricky part of the day in terms of the sight lines because of the sun coming through the panels off to the west. So don't know if it affects the players as much as it does the viewers, but strike one. And 2 on Yelich.
Have a game going like Alec does here. You get in sync with the catcher. You kind of read each other's mind. There's no hesitation. You're looking to throw what he puts down almost every time.
Backhanded play. Bodie got him. Has struck out and walked.
Counting the double play ball, 9 outs on the ground for Mills here this afternoon.
Here comes Hayward. You worry, at least I do in these spots, you worry more about the bloop than the blast. Right, guy? It's one over the fence. It is what it is. But it's that little, you make your pitch and.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. And I think we would have a hard time conveying to fans exactly our setup here at Wrigley. But you can see the ball leave the bat, but not being in the ballpark, sometimes it's hard to read the trajectory. Like that one left my palms started to sweat a little bit when that ball was first put in play. I thought it was trouble. It turned out to be a very easy play. Kind of control your emotions. Alec Mills is a finesse pitcher. You don't want to get caught up in trying to blow people away at this stage of the game. Continue to make your pitches. You've remarked on it a number of times. For a guy who hasn't been around that long, he displays a lot of composure.
Yep, he does. And, this is only his 15th career start.
And this is the precise situation I was talking about last inning. Big lead, normally you're going to give in here. Not now. Make your pitch.
Ball 4.
So what? Move on to the next guy.
Jerko takes a high strike. Cardinals have a 5-3 lead over the Reds. They're in the bottom of the 5th at Busch Stadium.
Great pitch.
Yeah, an infield pop-up. He's going to take a no-no into the 8th with a 10-0 lead. This is getting fun.
I am Robert Strickler. I've been involved in communications in the media for 45 years. I've been taking Prevagen on a regular basis for at least 8 years. For me, the greatest benefit over the years has been that Prevagen seems to help me recall things and also think more clearly. And I enthusiastically recommend Prevagen. It has helped me an awful lot.
Prevagen, healthier brain, better life.
Give your home the update it deserves today at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. Choose from our great selection of doors in stock. Right now, get 11% off all Mastercraft doors. Add security and style to your door with durable hardware from Schlage. Protect your home with a variety of designs and finishes and get 11% off all Schlage products. Start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Adventure is calling. You may know it as the open road, a weekend getaway, or just getting away from it all. You've heard the call. Felt the urge to conquer the off-road, the craving of new trails to blaze, the desire to just keep driving. We know because we've gotten the call too. We look forward to seeing you out there. The Land Rover Call to Adventure sales event is going on now. Land Rover, above and beyond.
FanDuel Sportsbook makes it incredibly easy to bet live during the game. But to make it even easier, we got Hall of Famer Orlando Pace to place Kyle's bet for him.
Kicking team's coming out.
Let's bet they'll make it.
And it's good.
That was less route than I thought it would be.
FanDuel Sportsbook, with more live betting options than anywhere else. Place your first bet risk-free and get up to $1,000 back if you don't win.
10-0 Cubs lead. Brewers without a hit through 7. And here's your upcoming schedule brought to you by First Midwest Bank, helping you build momentum. Well-needed rest day tomorrow. 2 night games against the Indians, off day Thursday, and then the Twins over the weekend to wrap up the home schedule. Taylor now in center, Peterson in left. Garcia and Yelich are out. And the Budweiser pitching change, it is Drew Rasmussen.
6 games at the big league level for Rasmussen. He's had 2 Tommy John surgeries already. He is 25. He's from John Lester's hometown, Puyallup, Washington.
He lives in Oregon. A roller off the bat of Happ. For out number 1. For a preview on Cubs Post Game Live, Cole Wright.
Thank you, Len. Coming up on Cubs Post Game Live, we're going to focus on Alec Mills, who is pitching exceptionally well. And that's all that I have to say about that. Plus, Mark Grace and Ryan Sweeney. They're going to break down the Cubs offense. 14 runs since the 9th inning last night. We'll have that and much more coming your way. That's on Cubs Post Game Live. Fellas?
Thank you, Cole. Referring to Alec Mills not allowing a hit through 7 in this one as Sogard in foul territory. He's got it. So Anthony makes contact for the first time today, but 0 for 5. And it'll bring up Contreras.
Designated hitter, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Yeah, that 0 for 5 with 4 punch-outs doesn't sting quite as much. And their club has got a 10-0 lead.
97. He looks calm. I don't know if he feels calm. He has been in command all day. I'll tell you that.
He's in the zone. Athletes talk about being in the zone where you can almost see the result before it happens.
Base hit to right. First reach for Contreras today.
Good batsmanship here.
Center fielder, number 6, Billy Hamilton.
Long through the zone. Solid single for Wilson.
And as is the ritual. Well, there's social distancing, but it's really no-hitter distancing.
Well, usually there's leave the pitcher alone distancing anyway. But yeah, certainly when a guy's pitching a no-hitter, the tendency is to keep a wide swath.
It's fun. You can see a starter at one point going, do I need a breath mint or something?
Yeah,
Let
what's the
everybody
deal,
go.
fellas?
Billy Hamilton. It's a rare plate appearance. His first as a Cub. He went 1 for 22 with the Mets earlier this season. He's bounced around a bunch the last couple of years after a long run with the Reds. That's in. And Contreras has to hold it second. Back-to-back 2-out singles. Hamilton hitting 1,000 as a Cub.
Shortstop, number 9.
Yeah, welcome to the club, Billy Hamilton. A lash to left.
Hopped up, short right, and it's Gamble to glove it. All right, now back to the main programming. Bottom of the 8th. Get those glasses on, Alec.
This is DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook, land of no-brainer boosts. Pick a football team this week, any team. Bet $1 on them, win 100 if they win. Now is the time. Navigate the app with ease. Sign up with the promo code. Celebrate football the right way with a no-brainer bet on any game. Download the DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook app. Bet $1 to win 100 with the only top-rated sportsbook app that matters. And make it rain.
Windows open, I'm yelling unity. Side by side with my community. Celebrate, let's have a jubilee. They've been there for us. Let's be there for them.
Beer with a splash of seltzer and only 93 calories. Introducing Leinenkugel Spritzen.
Life's full of little accidents. And the Hyundai Tucson helps make sure they stay little by alerting you if you drift out of your lane and even gently correcting your steering. Because unlike your favorite shirt, you are irreplaceable. Hyundai, the longer you look, the more there is to like.
Lease the 2020 Tucson for $169 a month. Now with complimentary maintenance. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
On average, we waste 3 months of our lives hitting snooze. At Notch, we think you should wake up rested. So we made luxury bedding for a deep sleep. Our comforters and pillows are sourced from eucalyptus, making them allergy-friendly. And our 100% cotton sheets are soft and breathable, keeping you cool and comfortable all night long. Notch isn't just good for sleep. It's good for you. Order now at buynotch.com.
10-0 Cubs lead, bottom of the 8th. This quality start brought to you by National Car Rental Speed Choice Control. Not officially a quality start because it's not over yet. But looking pretty good. Curve. Strike to Ben Gamble, who lost his razor during the pandemic. Fouled away.
Boy, that slow curveball sets up that 89-mile-an-hour fastball. We've seen a lot of that today. Brewer hitters just a little bit behind the heater because of the command of the secondary pitches. I think that's exactly where he wanted to throw that breaking pitch.
It's only anecdotal. You can't say that there's any sort of firm evidence. But late in a non-perfect game, no-hit bid, it feels like guys want to swing because they want to hit.
Yeah, that becomes the goal on the other side. Just break up the no-no.
Did not offer. Easy pop-up, foul territory. Caratini the grab. One away. Now, for me, Arcia is the scariest guy now.
Yeah.
Because he can go out of the zone.
Yeah, makes a lot of contact, hits the ball all over the field.
Curve missed the inside. Still working with a really good pace.
Yeah, got the benefit of the doubt on that fastball off the inside corner. Now he can go wide with the breaking ball, look for a chase. And geez, crossfire heater. So stay on the edges.
Ground ball, backhanded Baez. He gets him 2 away in the 8th.
A couple innings ago, David Ross inserted Billy Hamilton in the game in center, moved Happ to left. His best defensive squad out there.
the outside corner. 0-1 to Sogard.
We're on the edge of our seats. He's on the edge of the strike zone.
Oh, yeah. Two strikes. The pitch. We'll do it again. So at 100 pitches on the day. Not a lot of stress.
No, the only stress now is the situation, right? He hasn't been under pressure from the Brewer hitters since the Cubs got that big lead. But now it's all internal. Bounce it. Didn't get it there. You saw Caratini before the pitch point to the dirt out in front of home plate. Left a couple breaking balls in the zone. One to Gamble, now one to Sogard. He's been able to get away with it.
Long look at Caratini. And now time call.
This will be a time, if there's any indecision, to have a chat. Get together, make sure you're on the same page.
Popped up on the infield, David Bodie. Woo! Let's go to the ninth inning. The undercard is the top of the ninth. The main event still to come.
Coogan's is closing in 4 months.
A restaurant and watering hole that catered to so many, including the staff.
People came and they met, they felt comfortable. It's what we did with Coogan's. You felt safe, and if you were safe, you could be joyful. And if you were joyful, then you could really go on with the dream that you had.
Really, really fun time.
You just end up there for hours.
It's like the heart of the community.
Coogan's is a special place for me.
Everybody has a Coogan's. And in the next 3 months, almost half those small businesses, they could close if people don't do something. We have to keep our communities together. That's how we get through this.
When they finally won it, we're all calling each other. Frank calls me, I called Lenny. Everybody's talking, everybody's going crazy. Frank was killed working in a work zone in Cook County. The guy he was working with, he got on the phone with me and explained to me what happened. And I was searching for words. When you get in construction zones, too many people have gotten killed. These people got families just like you do. Please, slow down.
Because of this, we made Ford Super Duty the most capable heavy-duty pickup ever. Because of this, we built Ford F-150 with 375 horsepower and best-in-class payload.
Rescue 614 en route.
Because of this, we built Ford Ranger with the terrain management system. And because Ford trucks are built for this, you made Ford America's best-selling brand.
Orlando Arcia, the shortstop's going to pitch here in the ninth as the Brewers have a lot of innings to cover coming up. And they're down 10-0. 47 miles an hour on that fastball for ball one.
I think that's his changeup.
This is his second appearance of the season.
His mandate twofold. Don't hurt your arm and make sure you're ready to defend yourself on a comebacker. Ooh, got a little Johnny Cueto. Jason tried to wait as long as he could. Wants to throw a hook. I don't think the catcher really needs to know what he's going to throw.
So a little levity before the bottom of the ninth. That'll be a base hit for Hayward.
That is the fourth time Jason has been on base here today. 2 knocks, 2 walks. An elusive ground ball.
Second baseman, number 27.
And the Cubs have all they want. Alec Mills would prefer this top half of the inning go quickly. I don't know that it will with Arcia out there pitching. Introducing the ball into play, maybe a better way to phrase it.
Strike called.
It's kind of what the early days of baseball looked like. In the earliest of days, the pitch was made underhand.
Kipnis into the corner. It is a fair ball. And Hayward could easily have scored, although I think that ball may have gone out of play.
Yeah, it did. It jumped up over the wall.
So that is a double for Kipnis. Second and third, nobody out.
Catcher, number 7, Victor Caratini.
He's had a big day. After a strikeout in the third, RBI single in the fourth, walk in the fifth, RBI double in the seventh. He's scored twice, and he's catching a no-hit bid through 8.
Can't wait to see the StatCast report on Arcia's pitching outing here today. I don't know what the spin rate is on that 47-mile-an-hour pitch.
Oh, there's 80 on that heater. As Hayward scores, it's 11-0.
Third RBI of the day for Caratini.
So you're right. It was a changeup. First pitch. That had the look that Chris Siegel call of let's move this along. Center field tagging at third. And trotting home is Kipnis. It's 12-0. Sac fly for Bodie. Well, I don't remember in Cincinnati. Did the Reds have a position player pitch when Jake threw his second no-hitter? It was 16-0.
Yeah, that was one of the most lopsided no-hitter games ever. I don't remember.
Well, every game is different. Always a little unique twist that separates it from all the others. It's April 21st of that year. And they did not use a position player in that game to pitch.
Nottingham's trying to frame that one.
That draws the walk.
First baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Garcia, I think, hearing it from the Cubs dugout. Throw harder.
A little soft toss.
Rizzo needs a knock.
Yeah.
He's 0 for 5.
Yeah, he's not going to apologize for getting a hit off Garcia.
No.
Gelso's not going to get it.
They get him at first. We're going to keep it here as Alec Mills will head back to the mound, leading 12-0. Let's look at how Mills has done it today through 8.
Yeah, it's interesting. The narrative of this game obviously has changed as we moved along. The storyline early was sloppy Brewer play, a lot of walks, a lot of errors, leading to Cubs offense. But somewhere around the middle frames of this game, Alec Mills became the story, and he's got a chance to make history here this afternoon. And the Brewers threw 3 or 4 balls pretty well, but for the most part, the story has been soft contact induced by Mills. He's used all his pitches effectively. A lot of curveballs today. It seems to me his last outing, which was 6 scoreless against the Reds, we saw a lot of sliders. But slow curves, elevated fastballs, some weak pop-ups, plenty of outs on the ground. That was a scary moment there as Javi waited back, and Javi Garcia almost beat that ball out for an infield hit. Trying to make history, not a bad idea to have him hit it on the ground in the general vicinity of Javi Baez. Well, one batter, one pitch at a time is easier said than done. What's in front of Alec Mills right now? 8 hitless innings. He has 1 complete game in his professional career. That happened in A-ball. He's not thrown a shutout as a professional. And he's going for the whole ball of wax here this afternoon.
Cubs pitchers have dealt 15 no-hitters, going back to Larry Corcoran in 1880. In fact, Corcoran threw the first 3 in franchise history in 80, 82, and 84.
Thrown 1 at Miller Park, but it wasn't against the Brewers.
Nope, it was against the Houston Astros. Carlos Zambrano, 2008. It was the first ever neutral site no-no. So here we go. Jacob Nottingham takes ball 1.
Wife Paige, son Carter, all kinds of Mills family and friends glued to their television sets, no doubt, with sweaty palms. Stay in here.
Rizzo will make the catch. 1 away.
Just think about his family. Again, we talked about Alec earlier in the ball game, a walk-on at Tennessee Martin. And then a long journey to the big leagues. Tommy John surgery, DFA'd by the Royals.
Tyrone Taylor's first plate appearance. Well, that has been a big pitch for Mills. That get me over slow curve to start the count.
Guys, don't go up there looking for it. You can find the zone. It's a great way to get the jump on a hitter. Yeah, it could have been.
If you're nervous, you should be.
If you're not paying attention.
That's right.
But that's, in this moment when there's so much adrenaline, And you see a lot of guys trying to finish games like this, and they just start heaving fastballs up here. To have that touch on the curveball is pretty darn impressive.
The 1-2 serve. He got him swinging. 2 down.
Earlier in the game, there's a couple opportunities to throw the fastball inside, and he couldn't quite execute the pitch. Lately, he has been able to do it. The pop-up of Jerko back in the 7th. Fastball in on the hands. Here's another good runner, down and in. Gets the chase, the swing and miss.
Jace Peterson with 2 outs, 9th inning.
Strike
Ball
one. Strike one. Man, that was a good pitch.
He is 1 out away. Pitch 111.
Again, don't give in.
5 strikeouts, 3 walks. This will be the 29th batter he's faced. Change up
Good
low.
try. Good try. Almost got him to bite. 2-seamer down and away.
Taken all the way. It's 3-1. Deep breath. 3 balls and a strike. Up the middle. Baez has it. It's a no-hitter. The former college walk-on has made history in Milwaukee.
What a moment for Alec Mills. My goodness. No social distancing needed here, boys. Hugs and high fives. Alec Mills never has thrown a complete game at the big league level. He goes complete game, shutout, no hitter, making history here this afternoon. My goodness, what a moment.
Such poise for Alec Mills. What a moment. The 16th no-hitter in Chicago Cubs history, the 2nd at Miller Park, the 1st by a Cub since Jake Arrieta back in 2016.
Yeah, ball was pretty sharply hit, but Javi perfectly positioned out there behind second base to gobble that up and let the celebration begin.
And today, he's not Alec Mills, he's Alec blanking Mills.
He's
on top of the world.
He is Sir Alec Mills. I think I saw Javi yell before he even made that play. Like, we got this. Oh, that is special. That is so good.
Handshakes and hugs from everybody. And the Cubs went 2 of 3 this weekend. How about these 2 games? The 9th inning comeback last night, and then a gem spun by Mills today. So Alec Mills now top of the list, the most recent no-no by a Cub. Arrieta had 2. Zambrano in 2008. Milt Pappas has the last Cubs no-hitter at Wrigley Field, and there has been one at Wrigley since then. That was Cole Hamels in his final start as a Philadelphia Philly in 2015.
Yeah, and if you had Alec Mills and who's going to throw the next no-hitter for the Cubs pool, well, bully for you. I'm sure as this news spreads around and say, hey, Cub threw a no-hitter, somebody's going to think, well, it had to be Darvish. Darvish, maybe Hendricks. Was it John Lester? No, it was Alec Mills. He's like, let's keep going.
Peter Chase is bringing Alec over, and we're going to hear from the man of the hour. 9 innings, no hits, no runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 114 pitches, 74 for strikes. And Taylor McGregor, take it away.
All right, thanks, Len. Alec, will you just describe for us what you are feeling in this moment right now? Can you hear us, Alec? You got us? You have us, Alec?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go. Okay, will you just describe for us what you are feeling in this moment right now?
I have no idea yet. It just hasn't really hit me yet. It's kind of crazy. I didn't even know how to celebrate. Just something that all came together today. And obviously a memory I'll have forever.
At what point in the game did you realize you had the chance to do something special today?
I think after the 6th inning, I realized I didn't have any hits. But I think it didn't really hit me until after the 7th, kind of walking off the mound. The heartbeat kind of went up a little bit, had to relax and calm down. But yeah, I'd say after the 7th is when I really felt it.
So in the 7th, then you're starting to look towards the rest of the game. Was there any hitter in particular you were worried about facing, or did you just try to keep the heartbeat normal?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was looking ahead too much. Kind of surprised me. Taylor hitting there, and then Peterson, I had no idea they were in the game. So when they announced Tyrone, it was one of those things that kind of surprised me. I think I turned around and realized what happened.
What was working so well for you today as you were attacking the hitters?
I think curveball was my pitch today to get ahead early, especially. This may sound weird, but it was kind of a struggle early to find my mechanics. Fastball command wasn't really there. And then kind of figured something out, clicked in like the 4th inning, and then I feel like I had fastball the rest of the night where I wanted it. So obviously finishing the game with that was what I would take, so it was good.
All right, we got to go to the end of the game. The 9th inning, when you're sitting in the dugout about to go out there for the final 3 outs, what would you describe your emotions to be like?
I think heart was racing a little bit. Just tried to relax and calm down and make it seem like it was the same inning as it has been all day. Treat it the same as I have all day. Tough to say that's what it felt like. I think it was more just trying to relax and keep the heartbeat down.
If somebody would have told you when you were a walk-on in college at Tennessee Martin that you would go on to throw a no-hitter in the big leagues, what would you have told them?
I definitely would have told them they were crazy. It's kind of surreal how everything's happened. But, everything happens for a reason, and I wouldn't change any of it. I think, being a walk-on made me who I am today. I think, they gave me a chance there, and then other teams have given me a chance. And, I'm just going to keep working to make them right.
Your journey is so special when you consider the adversity that you have faced in order to get here. When you look back, what would you say that you've learned and something you would pass on to someone else who is going through adversity right now?
Never give up. I think that's the biggest thing. Never give up. Some people are going to tell you can't do it or you're not good enough, but that's just one person. So just keep working and, just persevere.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations, and have fun celebrating this evening. We'll send it back to you, Len.
All right, Taylor,
yeah,
thanks.
Thank you. It'll be fun.
Thank you, Alec Mills. What a performance. Cubs win 12-0. Look at Javi. He was excited before the final throw. We'll be back.
How will the fair tax affect you? 97% of Illinoisans would pay the same or less in taxes. Only people making above $250,000 would pay more. It's time for change. Vote yes for fairness.
This is the Frells family's land. They grew their first tomatoes right here. And when it snows, the kids go sledding right there. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor because this is more than just land. It's home. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Motorcycle riders love the open road, and Geico loves helping riders get to where they're going. So to help even more, Geico is giving new and current customers a 15% credit on their motorcycle policies with the Geico Give Back. And because we're committed for the long haul, the credit lasts your whole policy term. The Geico Give Back, helping riders focus on the road ahead.
Nachos come with rules, like don't take the fully loaded chips, don't hog the guac, and never take the last one. But with the $5 Grande Nachos box from Taco Bell, you can break all the rules, because this meal's all yours.
Even though Napa is a nationally known name, nearly all of our stores are built from the ground up by local owners and families, people you might call neighbors. So as America starts opening back up for business, we'll be here, there, and everywhere, doing what neighbors do to keep their communities moving forward. So whether you stop by a Napa Auto Parts store or Auto Care Center, you can count on Napa know-how.
Want to see how the fair tax would affect you? Go online and use the fair tax calculator. 97% of people will pay the same or less in taxes. It's time for change. Vote yes for fairness.
So Alec Mills notching the 16th no-hitter in the history of the Chicago Cubs franchise. And Millsy went out there and absolutely pounded the zone. And getting back with Len and JD, fellas, they say as a spectator, you're more likely to win the lottery than be able to take in an actual no-hitter. There were no spectators in the stands today, but you gentlemen were up there in the booth and you did a fine job on the call. What was that like?
Oh, it was amazing. I've never won the lottery, by the way, but I have now called a few no-hitters. It's weird. I kind of felt like in the 7th inning, based on the way this game had gone, JD, that he was going to do it, and you don't always feel it even that late.
Yeah, and it's just so special because, you know, as Taylor said in talking with Alec, we talked about it during the game. This is a guy who's not a high-profile guy, not a top-of-the-rotation guy. That's the beautiful thing about baseball. Guys rise out of nowhere and do spectacular things. You know, you're talking about no fans in the stands. You think about the win last night in the final at-bat, the way they came back against Hader, the no-hitter today by Mills. That place is usually full of Cub fans. That place would have been rocking. I feel bad for Alec in that regard, that there weren't people in the ballpark to witness his no-hitter. But I think about him. I think about his family, his friends, his wife watching, and how nervous they must have been to watch him go through that, how calm he was for a guy who does not have a ton of big league experience, the composure off the charts, the pitchability to stay that calm in the moment, to spin that slow curveball, to command pitches, to think his way through those at-bats was really special. That was a lot of fun to watch.
And Cole, let me add, you know, we often hear the term no-hit stuff. It probably doesn't exist, because when you look at who has thrown no-hitters and who hasn't, there are a lot of Hall of Fame guys with great stuff who've never thrown a no-hitter. So you see a lot of different style of pitcher who can throw a no-hitter, and I think JD hit it right on the head. It's about poise. It's about spotting pitches. And it is a little bit about luck, although I don't think Alec really got very lucky today. Happ made a nice catch on a drive off the bat of Jed Jerko on the warning track in center field. But for the most part, there was a lot of very weak contact.
Absolutely,
Yeah, well,
and sometimes they say it's better to be lucky rather than good. And today, Alec Mills, he was both good as well as lucky. We didn't see that big play like the Dwayne Wise catch during Mark Burley's no-hitter, but nevertheless, Alec Mills, he goes out there and absolutely baffles those Milwaukee Brewers, and we're going to break it all down on Cubs Post Game Live. We'll also talk about the way the bats came to life, because talk about an offensive explosion. They certainly had his back when it came to an offensive standpoint. We're going to give you that and much more. That's Cubs Post Game Live after Alec Mills twirls the 16th no-hitter in the history of the Cubs franchise. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for letting us help you.
Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for being patient.
For standing 6 feet apart. For sending lunch.
And thank you for saying thank you.
Thank you to my family for understanding
that I am doing something important for our whole community.
Thank you to my team.
Thank you for staying strong.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Long-distance relationships are the toughest on Sundays.
Cheer up, folks. I've got the perfect cure for a broken heart.
You're Jimmy Garoppolo. Is this a dream?
It's a dream come true. NFL Sunday Ticket from DirecTV.
I think I'm gonna cry.
Tears of joy when you get every game, every Sunday, no matter where you live.
Hey, you're staring at him? Hello?
Sorry.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
The most glorious Sundays ever. Order NFL Sunday Ticket and get every live out-of-market game every Sunday, only on DirecTV.
You've been really busy lately.
So we think you deserve to do something that's just for you.
Look what just arrived.
It's so beautiful.
Love this bag.
This is self-care in a box.
Oh, yeah. This is perfect for fall.
Treat yourself to a box today. Go to fabfitfun.com. Use code BESTDAY for $10 off your first box.
Deep breath. 3 balls and a strike. Up the middle. Baez has it. It's a no-hitter. The former college walk-on has made history in Milwaukee.
Larry Corcoran 3 times, John Clarkson, Walter Thornton, Jimmy Lavender, Sam Toothpick Jones, Don Cardwell, Ken Holtzman twice, Bert Hooton, Milt Pappas, should have been a perfect game, Carlos Zambrano on neutral ground, Jake Arrieta, and now Alec Mills as he registers the 16th no-hitter in the history of the Chicago Cubs franchise, and what a game it was. The offense supplying more than enough in the 12-0 win, and Alec Mills right there, you see, getting warm embraces from each and every single member of his Chicago Cubs team. And with that being said, welcome to Cubs Live. It's Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all, I'm Cole Wright alongside Ryan Sweeney. And Ryan, what more can we say? Alec Mills, all we can do is tip our cap to that man.
That was fun to watch. And after the game last night, to have a no-hitter today, pretty impressive. I mean, he had everything working. I'm going to be talking about it a little later on in the show. He had that 66-mile-an-hour curveball working. Anytime that happens, I'm so happy for Alec Mills tonight. Even though he didn't show it, I'm going to show it.
Okay, well, yesterday, that sure was the final song of the concert. But, Gracie, today it had to be the curtain call. Alec Mills going out there, throwing the kitchen sink at the beer makers.
Yeah, he was tremendous, and I think it all stemmed from last night, guys. I think the Chicago Cubs, they took the hearts of the Milwaukee Brewers last night, and we said in the pregame show that the Cubs, they couldn't wait to get back to the ballpark today. It looked like that was the case, and it looked like the Milwaukee Brewers, I think they'd rather be in the dentist chair than at the ballpark today.
Yeah, Alec Mills, he was Lloyd Christmas, and the Milwaukee Brewers, they were the chef, and we know Alec Mills, he took their hearts, just like you said, Gracie. Let's get down to business, because the Chicago Cubs taking on the Brewers, and with Alec Mills on the hill today, they couldn't be stopped. Struck out Keston Hiura. That's how we got things rolling early on. It's a 1-2-3, then top of 2. Mills tells Daniel Vogelbach to go back to his van by the river. Then Jed Jerko, deep fly to center, and Ian Happ. This is a big one right there, right?
Yeah, a lot of weak contact today. That was really the only hard-hit ball right there to Ian Happ. Nice play.
Top 4, a runner on first, 1 out. Javi Baez shoots 1 to third. Eric Sogard with a misplay on that, and Javi, he gets on the air. So next stick, Jason Hayward, and it's important to go the other way. Gracie, the kids at home, they need to pay attention.
Absolutely. Runners in scoring position. You don't need a home run. Just go ahead and put it in play. Good things can happen.
Absolutely. Cubs up 1-0. Next batter, Jason Kipnis. Slow ground ball to second. And whoa, hold on a second. It looks like a carousel, merry-go-round defensively.
Yeah, during this 4th inning, some bad defense by the Milwaukee Brewers. And then Carantini bloops this hit in here. They just keep the train going here. Just 1 out, keep runners scoring across the plate.
Yeah, it looked like a laser in the books. And then after David Bodie got hit by a pitch, you see Ian Happ right there. Solid piece of hitting once again, Gracie.
Yeah, and what you saw from the Cubs today was just professional at-bats. They're not going up there trying to hit the ball in the upper deck. Hauser made mistakes, and when he did, the Cubs didn't miss it. And that's what we hadn't seen for a few days. It's good to see these guys come out and hit singles, doubles. Yeah, there was a Bodie home run, but that's 12 runs on a lot of hits and walks. That's how you win.
Yeah, Javi Baez with solid contact and an even better swim move right there. He was safe, and well, then 2 batters later, Jason Kipnis lifts 1 to left, and just like that, here comes Kyle Schwarber, tags and scores Christian Yelich. well, a little lackadaisical with this throw in, and then there's a lapse right here by Eric Sogard. He says, I'll just throw it around the horn, but there's a man on third, Ryan.
Yeah,
what's he doing?
Very weak throw. Javi is always ready to go. You know, you see him right here. They thought they called timeout. Sogard was kind of looking at the ball like, oh, I'm going to throw this out, and then Craig Counsell comes out. They keep pulling up their masks every 2 seconds, trying to have a conversation, and ultimately gets thrown out of the game.
Yeah, very questionable move by Sogard right there. And as soon as Javi saw him cock that ball up and then aim towards second base, he was off to the races, Gracie.
Yeah, and just because you call timeout, and Ryan will agree with it, just because you call timeout doesn't mean umpires have to give it to you. So you can't just assume that time was out just because you called it. But there's David Bodie. Man, that's letter high and getting on top of some stuff right there. That's impressive.
Yeah, they wanted to call timeout before David Bodie went bridge, but unfortunately, nothing doing. That made it 9-0. Then Sogard in the 6th rolls one to second. And then it's Jacob Hamilton's turn. Jakob gets him to swing through that one. And how about Avi Garcia, ground ball to short. This one a little bit deep. We were holding our breath just a taste in here, Ryan.
Yeah, a lot of weak contact. Javi kind of held on to this ball a little bit. He thought he was safe. He called him out ultimately, so, you know, it was closer than it should have been, but still kept the no-hitter intact.
Absolutely. Top of the 7th, Victor Caratini at the dish, and this one, well struck off the base of the wall, and he would continue to run a double. Never a bad thing. Scores Jason Hayward from first, Ryan.
Yeah, we thought he got that right there, but just tacking on the runs. 10-0 now. Just get your pitcher back out there on the mound.
Yeah, Millsy back out there continuing to work. Javi Baez, nice little flip across his body. Then Keston Hiura flies out to right. Jason Hayward, long loping strides, comes in, snares that one, and then Jed Jerko pops out to first, and Anthony Rizzo, he's in for a defensive specialist there, Gracie.
Yeah, and it seemed with me with Mills, there was maybe 2 or 3 hard hit balls today. 27 outs, maybe 25 of them were softly hit or strikeouts. Just he had the Brewers eaten out of his hand today. It didn't matter. He had them all working. Curveball, fastball, sinker, you name it. He had it all working today, guys. Look at these easy outs late in the game.
Yeah, got Ben Gamel, then Arcia, rolls one to Javi, and then you see that right there. Yeah, camera crew focused on the goose egg when it comes to Knox, and then Sogard lifts one to David Bodie, and yes, the 8th inning, that one is in the books, so just 3 more outs for number 30 to wrangle in. 9th inning, let's get after it. You see right there, the man puts his spectacles on and says it's time to get back to work because he only has 3 outs left to get, and as we said, just 15 no-hitters in the history of the Chicago Cubs. And right here, tells the sheriff of Nottingham to go grab some bench. Anthony Rizzo, Gracie, flashing leather, but that's what he does.
Well, that's what he does, and he showed some big closing speed right there as well. Attaboy, Rizzo.
Absolutely, and then it's Taylor. I think you better call Tyrone right there. He goes down swinging, and then with just 1 more out to get after Millsy throws an unbelievable pitch to Taylor. Well, he has, like you said, 1 more to get, and here it is. Peterson hitting at a robust 238 on the season, and Millsy taking a page out of Ferris Bueller's book. You call me sir. Rolls one to Javi Baez. Javi, well, he was shouting before the play was even made, but everyone jumping out of the dugout, going on to get that no-hit win for Alec Mills. 12-0. That's your final tally in this one versus the Beer Makers as the Cubs, well, they even up the season series. And this one, quality as it gets right there. And Alec Mills, all we can say to you is have yourself a day. He went out there and did just that. Just 3 free passes, 5 strikeouts in the no-hit effort. So time now for us to go Blue Cross Blue Shield sound up. We're talking David Ross. He's talking about his guy, Alec Mills.
Rossi, will you just describe what it was like managing your first no-hitter today?
Man, you just, just kind of waiting and seeing. I mean, the offense obviously coming and coming up big and give us a nice lead. So that's really all you have to focus on. I was letting him roll. He's in control the whole night or the whole day. I don't know. It's like you're proud. I go back to the family dynamic a lot when you see a young man going out there and proving himself and having that kind of success. You just feel really good that they're in a good space, and happy for them, their family. I know how much goes with that and comes along with that. And just, I mean, that's history. And when you get to make history and, that's a special day, and a special day for us, and a special day for Alec Mills. That was fun to be a part of, fun to watch.
You've managed, or you caught one as a catcher, and now you manage one. How would you describe the difference in it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more. I'm watching pitch count and knowing he's got a good chance as he gets later in the game. When I was catching, you just kind of, I felt like I was along for the ride with Jake. He was kind of in control. You're watching how he continues to execute pitches. You're thinking through so many different scenarios. If he gives up a hit or something, kind of derails him a little bit. So you're trying to have precautions in the back of your mind and not want to mess with anything. The difference is definitely there because you're not in control of anything, but just watching and watching him, the way he just had the feel for the curveball. That's what stands out for me today. The feel for the curveball was evident, and him dropping it in multiple times and then fastball off that just looked really electric. Mixed in some change ups, just really in control. And it always helps as I talk when you get the lead and are able to be aggressive.
It felt like the offense was the story early on in the game, and you kind of even forgot noticed there was a no-hitter going on. At what point did you realize that he had the chance to do something special today?
I guess probably in like the fifth or sixth. Yeah, probably the sixth, I think. Started thinking about how I was going to get guys off their feet and, give them a little extra with the off day tomorrow. But I look up there and I was really checking Jay Hayes' pulse about some things. And he told me he was riding with Millsy. Don't take him out till Millsy comes out. So, you get that feedback from the players, and that just warms your heart and tells you what a professional group we have and how much they care about one another. So that's what stood out to me. And I probably started locking in on that about the sixth.
Well, if there's anyone who realizes when someone's hot, it has to be Jason Hayward. He's been as hot as a match all season long. And like David Ross said, he realized right around the 6th or 7th inning, that's when Alec Mills was really locked in. And that's when Millsy said he felt locked in too. But as we watched him, well, we kind of knew that he had something special going on. So what made him so good today, Ryan?
He had everything working, first of all, but he had that slow curveball that he was throwing at 66 miles an hour that he was leading guys off with. And then that just made that 90-mile-an-hour heater look that much faster.
Explosive.
Here he is with Vogelbach. The first 5 batters, he leads them off with curveballs. Here's 2 in a row that he throws at 67 miles an hour. And then he tries to get Vogelbach with the changeup, 2 of them away, but he just kind of nibbling at it and then throws a fastball. This is a fastball at 90-mile-an-hour center cut, and he swings right through it because it looks like it's 95 after. Not too many guys throw 67 miles an hour. Here's another one. You got a curveball right here, and then you got Gamble curveball, and then you got Gierko curveball. He's just getting ahead in the count with a curveball to start off with at 67, 68 miles an hour. Then, like I said, a lot of weak contact today. He would throw that up and in fastball, and he would get jam shots all day long. You see here 9 innings, no runs, 5 Ks, 3 base on balls, 114 pitches. Rossi's saying when she asked him, what was the difference between catching a no-hitter and being a manager? Yeah. I would think being a manager would be a little bit more stressful because, once you start getting up into that 114 pitch mark, you don't know how long the guy has to go. You let him ride there. We had talked in the 6th inning. We're like, we better let Mills go the whole time. And I'm like, yeah, we better because he's got a no-hitter. You're like, oh, yeah.
And I think one of the other differences for David Ross, not only was he managing Alec Mills in this no-hitter when he caught the last no-hitter from Jake Arrieta. Jake Arrieta's stuff just a little bit different from Alec Mills. And taking a look at your key to the game, Gracie, you said go deep. But you weren't talking about the guys in the batter's box. You were talking about Alec Mills. And I know they call Miller Park. I know they call it Wrigley North. But I don't know that they have MARQ Sports Network there. Alec Mills must have been watching because you told him to go deep, and he did just that, as deep as you can go.
Yeah, my key to the game was go deep. Little did I know that he was going to go that deep, I guess you could say. Now, all 9 innings, a complete game, a much-needed day off for the Cubs bullpen. But not only that, this young man just made history today, guys. So he is on the same level with some of the greatest pitchers to ever pitch this game. You're talking about Sandy Koufax. You're talking about guys like that. Alec Mills made history today, and yeah, I guess you could say he went deep.
Yeah, Alec Mills, if he ever bumps into Pedro Martinez, he can say, hey, Pedro, how many no-hitters have you thrown? Oh, 0? That's cool, because I have at least one to my credit, and he still has a Major League career that is still being written. Now, there's still more to come right here on Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all, we're going to talk about a little bit more about Alec Mills, and plus now we're going to get to our DraftKings line look back of the day, presented by DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook. Well, what was the line entering the afternoon? Well, it was the Cubs team over 4.5 runs. That was at negative 103, and the Cubs, well, they picked up the pieces in that 5-run fourth inning. You see everybody chipping in. It was like a family reunion because they were all coming home and everyone keeping their head on a swivel. Over 4.5 runs, minus 103. The Cubs cashing in on that. So hopefully it brought a smile to your face today, because the Alec Mills no-hitter brought a smile to all of ours. And remember, download the app and place your bets for tomorrow's game. For a limited time only, new bettors, you'll get a sign-up bonus of up to $1,000. And don't wait, use promo code MARQ when you sign up. Now, still to come right here on Cubs Postgame Live, as promised, we're going to continue to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Alec Mills. From walk-on at UT Martin to the 16th no-hitter in Cubs history. Yeah, we're going to let you know everything you need to know about today's gem. Stick around. More Postgame Live after this.
This is DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook, land of no-brainer boosts. Pick a football team this week, any team. Bet $1 on them, win $100 if they win. Now is the time. Navigate the app with ease. Sign up with the promo code. Celebrate football the right way with a no-brainer bet on any game. Download the DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook app. Bet $1 to win $100 with the only top-rated sportsbook app that matters. And make it rain.
We could be the sun, so extraordinary.
What if once in a blue moon happened more than once in a blue moon? Reach for the moon. Nachos come with rules, like don't take the fully loaded chips, don't hog the guac, and never take the last one. But with the $5 Grande Nachos box from Taco Bell, you can break all the rules, because this meal's all yours.
This is the Frells family's land. When the first snow fell, the kids went sledding right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more. Get a 1 Series tractor starting at $99 per month.
This car since you were 8 policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Well, Dad's still dead.
You don't get to act crazy your whole life just because Dad died, okay?
The circles around your eyes are so dark. You look like an anorexic panda.
Crush a bit.
We thought you could help Ray get his kids to school.
Kelly, you okay?
I'm okay.
Oh, I trained her in the car. She's not gonna break.
I feel like everybody's always disappointed in me. Thanks for listening. You're one of the few people who treat me like a person.
You're welcome.
The king of Staten Island.
We're Tovala, and we're not like other meal kits. We don't just deliver real, fresh food. Instead, our smart oven does the cooking for you. Just scan the barcode, sit back, and relax until dinner is ready. No chopping, no dishes, no hard stuff. Tovala, fresh food that cooks itself. Try it risk-free for 100 days at tovala.com.
Deep breath. 3 balls and a strike. Up the middle. Baez has it. It's a no-hitter. The former college walk-on has made history in Milwaukee.
And that jubilant celebration leads us to our Budweiser. It might be, it could be, and of course, it goes to Alec Mills. 9 innings pitched, 0 runs, 0 hits, 114 pitches, 74 of which came for strikes, resulting in 5 strikeouts. And when the dust settled, no hitter for the walk-on from UT Martin. So here now is the man of the hour, Alec Mills. The floor is yours, my man.
Hey, Alec. First of all, congratulations. What are you feeling right now as you sit back and you look at the game that you just had against the Milwaukee Brewers?
First, thank you. And then I don't really know what to say. Obviously, I think it's kind of hitting me now. Just very overwhelming. Obviously, a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing. And I'll always remember it and, just look back and be thankful.
Alec, congratulations. I wonder, we talked after your last start about the slow heartbeat that you show on the outside, but what was it like emotionally on the inside as you got to the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning? What was going on in their head and heart-wise?
I can promise you it was not a slow heartbeat. Like, kind of had to take a seat and calm myself down. Actually went to the locker room in between 8th and 9th inning. And told several guys, it was tough. I had to take a lot of deep breaths and calm myself down and try to get into a good mindset to go out and attack.
What was it like, catcher and pitcher? Because usually that's where it has to start and that's where it has to end.
Yeah, obviously we were on the same page all day. I think I may have tripped once, maybe. I don't even remember. But yeah, same page all day. It's been that way all year. So obviously just having a good plan going forward, I think, Forsey and Tommy and Millsy really, set up a good plan and kind of attacked to that. And me and Vic were obviously really meshing together today. And always, I don't really know what to say. I'll remember forever.
Mills, when you come in, have you had a chance to even look at your phone yet, or did you make a phone call to somebody? I mean, what's your immediate after the game? What are you doing?
I have not looked at my phone yet, really. I think Kipnis actually told me he took a video of my phone when they were waiting on me to come in there and said it was just kind of scrolling down as fast as it could. Everybody was calling, it was nonstop. So I actually haven't looked at it yet. I'm sure first thing I'll do is go in there and call my wife and then call my mom and dad after that. So just something I'm looking forward to share with them. And I know they're super ecstatic about it. So it'll be fun.
Alec, you're growing up in Tennessee. You're a kid in the backyard at 10 or 11 playing with your family or your friends. Could this match anything like you would have ever imagined? What would that thinking be like, going from that to the reality that you threw a no-hitter for the Chicago Cubs in a pennant race?
Yeah, I think at a young age, it was more or less just I wanted to pitch in the big leagues, so I don't think you ever think about no-hitters or anything like that. I think you have the cliche, bottom of the ninth, 3-2 count, 2 outs, stuff like that. Fortunately, it was not like that. But obviously just thankful I'm here and something that I probably never would have imagined in my life and just always remember it.
Alec, what was the biggest moment of the whole night for you? Was it the last out or was it something else?
I want to watch the video. I don't even know if I really celebrated that. It was kind of surreal. I don't know what I really did, to be honest with you. I don't remember. I remember turning to Vic and hugging him first, and I think Riz was right there. Javi actually caught the ground ball and screamed before he threw it, so that was kind of cool. Talk about confidence. But, I think a couple big plays. Hatt made a really good play on a ball that, in center field, and then Schwarber made a really good read on that Yelich line drive to left. I think those were 2 big plays for me. I think, after the Yelich out, I think it was something I kind of started realizing what was happening. So I think that was a big moment for me.
David said to us that he was thinking of taking some players out, and you're talking about Jason Hayward. Jason Hayward said he wanted to stay in because he wanted to be there for you. What does that mean to you?
That means a lot. Obviously, Jason's been big. He's the guy that when I came over was the first guy to come up and introduce himself. You know, comes in every day, you know, says hey to everybody, goes and singles everybody out and says hey, their name. You know, that means a lot. That kind of hit me. That really means a lot.
How do you process this whole year entering without, you know, no minor league options left, and all of a sudden Q cuts his finger, you're in the rotation, started off well, had a speed bump at the end of August, and then rebound like this? I mean, how do you put this all in perspective? I know you still have 2 weeks left, but how do you assess this to this point?
Yeah, you know, I think it was just a matter of coming in ready to go. I think every offseason and every time coming in, I want to be ready to pitch, you know, 200 innings at the big league level, so that this is not a surprise to me. You know, obviously that's not going to happen every year, and my role will change. But you know, I think that mindset helped me step in and you know, kind of fill in for Q and some other guys when they needed me. Obviously, preparation is key, and I just excited. I think fixed some things a couple starts ago, and just really feeling good and starting to see the rewards late. So I'll take it.
Alec, you talked about like your heartbeat and even needing to kind of go into the locker room for a second. So how did no fans being there affect you? Did it actually help because you didn't have the crowd?
Yeah, maybe it did. You know, early I think it was tough. Really couldn't get my legs and body going. It was early morning. Just kind of couldn't get them moving. I think sounds bad, but I think, you know, ball didn't really feel good coming out today early. So, you know, I think it was one of those things where maybe not having fans hurt in that aspect. Couldn't get the adrenaline rush to get going. But I think late, yeah, I don't think it hurt. I mean, obviously, having an audience there to watch would have been, you know, something special. But at the same time, I think, you know, the guys I wanted there celebrating with me were still there. Just wanted to be able to celebrate with the team. That was a lot of fun.
Hey, Alec. Go ahead, Maddie.
You mentioned those couple rough starts that you had a little while ago. And at that time, you were talking about getting back to who you are. What does it feel like in that context to be able to make such a massive turnaround?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody wants to be, you know, who they are. What gives them success? I think that's the goal of everybody. But, you know, it's so easy to get away from yourself when things aren't working. You really start searching for things to kind of make things different, to, you know, make yourself better. But at the same time, a lot of times that makes things worse. You know, I kind of just had to take a step back and watch some things and talk with everybody and really figure out what was kind of happening differently and how I could attack that and get back to being myself.
Alec, as a guy who was a walk-on, wasn't a top draft pick, you know, had to kind of fight your way at every opportunity along the way, how much pride do you take just in sort of being an example for other kids who might have been in your shoes or in your shoes right now that, hey, you just threw a no-hitter for the Chicago Cubs and look at your story?
Yeah, obviously, that's something I'll be sharing with my family and you know, friends and stuff for a long time. Yeah, I think you put it best. I'm just proud to be able to, you know, be that person that can tell you to never give up. You know, never stop playing, never let people, you know, tell you what you can and can't do, and just keep persevering and be the best person you can be.
Alec, was there ever sort of a low point for you, you know, during your years in the minors, or anything like that, where you just weren't sure if you were going to make it or anything like that you recall?
You know, I think as far as mentally, I think Tommy John surgery was a point for me that I don't know if it was ever, you know, I'm not going to make it, but that's a big bump in the road. And it's mentally just something that's tough to get over. Thankfully, it happened really early in my career, you know, could kind of attack it. I was still young. It wasn't, you know, a backbreaking, you know, loss or surgery for me. But yeah, I would say that's the big point for me. I like to say, you know, I've always tried to think of things on the brighter side, and, you know, the grass is always greener. So I don't know if I ever really hit a real low coming up. You know, I kind of stepped up, you know, all the way in the minors. Never really was stuck anywhere, thankfully. I'm very fortunate for that. But yeah, I would say surgery was the low point for me mentally.
In an era where we see 98 to 100 being dominant, how good does this feel for you? And maybe, you know, kids that are going to watch and see this, knowing that you're a pitcher, you're a guy that has to make sure every pitch counts to be able to get the job done and be able to accomplish this?
Yeah, obviously velocity isn't everything. Sometimes I think, I'm on the right team. Kyle's a great example of being able to be efficient and being able to pitch the way you know how, and not necessarily just blowing people away. But at the same time, you still have to attack hitters, with everything you got there. Hitting is not easy at all. Since I came over to the National League, I've realized that myself, stepping in the box. It's not a lot of fun. But, just for me, it's just the mindset of attacking and producing weak contact. So obviously watching Kyle is a blast every day. And I kind of joked with him after his outing last night. I said, all right, I'm going to beat you tomorrow. So he said, all right, do it. So maybe he'll beat me next time with this one. So we'll see.
Alex, since coming to the Cubs, who maybe has been the most influential for you? Maybe who's backed you up the most, gave you the most confidence? Are there one or two people that come to mind?
Yeah, and I think first person, like I said earlier, Jay. I think it goes without saying, and I think you guys know that, but the type of leader he is and the type of person that he is in the clubhouse is unbelievable. And it just the time he takes out of the day and the care you feel with him every time is special, and something I'll never forget, and something I'm forever grateful for. Rizzo's a big guy too, always been, positive, told me, hey, I like playing behind you, stuff like that. And then I think, especially lately, Kyle's kind of been the guy that, I've been able to lean on and ask a lot of questions and really, dip into his mind and see what's made him successful.
And Ryan, we heard what Alec Mills had to say. He said the ball didn't feel great coming out of his hand today, but the end result sure looked great.
Yeah, sometimes when you don't have your best stuff, you go out there and obviously, I guess, throw a no-hitter. But I want to compliment him on his composure, because if that was me, I would be behind that black media screen there dancing and having a good time. But no, good for him. That's awesome to see. He did a great job today.
Yeah, Gracie's certainly an exercise in resiliency to see this guy not highly recruited, not highly scouted, but goes out there, and he now has a no-hitter to his credit.
Hey, I know how he feels. I was a 24th round draft pick, so I know how he feels. It's just a feel-good story. A guy that really wasn't supposed to be in the starting rotation when the season started, and then the insanity started with COVID and whatnot. Now he's sitting there. Well, I don't know how much champagne is there, but I would imagine he's going to enjoy this for at least the next 5 days. Congratulations, young man.
Absolutely. Everything happens for a reason, and something tells me, Gracie, like you said, he will be having a few adult beverages, if not more than a few tonight. Now, still to come right here on Cubs Post Game Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. We're going to continue to dig deeper on Alec Mills and his 16th no-hitter in Cubs history. Plus, we'll hear from that man, El Mago, who made tons of plays in his defensive support. That and more, that's next right here on Cubs Post Game Live. It's a no-hitter day.
Stay up to date on your favorite Cubs and highlights with Let's Play 2, a weekly highlight show that recaps everything from the week in Cubs action. Let's Play 2 on MARQ Sports Network.
Download the MARQ Sports Network app to live stream Cubs games, catch highlights, watch player interviews, and get exclusive access to your team by downloading the MARQ Sports Network app right now.
Ta-da! Did you know Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need?
I should get a quote.
Do it.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Which stage of life are you in? The I'm shopping for a house and can't believe I'm a grown-up stage. The how on earth do people afford college stage? Or the I never have to think about work again stage. No matter which stage of life you're in, First Midwest Bank has the knowledge and experience to help you. Connect with a banker today. You have plans, we have ideas. First Midwest Bank, momentum for life.
Our strength allows us to reach the unthinkable. And through it all, even as we have the ability to push ourselves to the limit, it will always be muscle and mind and heart. That is the future of our pastime. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, proud server of the most advanced machine on Earth.
FanDuel Sportsbook makes it incredibly easy to bet live during the game. But to make it even easier, we got Hall of Famer Orlando Pace to place Kyle's bet for him.
Kicking team's coming out.
Let's bet they'll make it.
And it's good.
That was less weird than I thought it would be.
FanDuel Sportsbook, with more live betting options than anywhere else. Place your first bet risk-free and get up to $1,000 back if you don't win.
Crack open a Budweiser and experience the refreshing taste of summer. Make every moment of summer count by picking up Budweiser today.
Back here on Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. And maybe it was in the cards for Alec Mills because last time out, he was filthy. 6 scoreless innings. And in this one, well, he went 9. You saw Javi Baez getting that final out of the game. And then, as we said, warm embraces all the way around after he pegged Jace Peterson. So here now, Javi Baez on making that final out in the 16th no-hitter in Cubs history.
Javi, Alex said that you caught the ball, and before you even threw it, you screamed. Would you just describe what it was like for you, that final out?
I just wanted the ball to hit to me. And, like, the last 2 hitters, they just came in the game, so I didn't have the card to where to play them. And, you know, I looked to the dugout, and Greeny was just moving me, and like that's what I went. Like I was hoping the ball was hit to me, and you know I was making sure that ball it was in my glove.
Javi, how cool is it as a baseball player to be able to step out in the field and every single day, no matter what, something special can unfold like that? What does that mean to you?
It's unbelievable. You know, this is something that we're gonna be part of it for life. You know, this is something like a championship kind of thing, you know, there is nothing or no one can take it away from you. So I'm really, really happy that I was part of it, and, you know, hopefully he'll do it again in the future.
Javi, when you think about Alex's journey and what he's been through, how special is it for him, and how special is it to see that for someone who's worked so hard?
Really special. You know, I faced him in the summer camp, and you know it was like kind of Hendricks. It was kind of the pitches that he throws. So, you know, obviously he deserved it. So and we that's what we fight for. You know, we play to have fun and obviously to have moments like this. In this camp is falling though.
So no question about it, a very special day, not only for Alec Mills, but for Javi Baez. He made play after play for that man, and he registered the final out. And I've never been on the field in a major league game when someone's thrown a no-hitter. So if I only had, you have been, but not just a no-hitter. You were there for a perfect game, Dallas Braden, right?
Yeah, Dallas Braden's perfect game on Mother's Day against Tampa Bay. I was playing right field. That was probably one of my coolest experiences on a baseball field, to be honest with you. It was a really cool experience to be able to see that. You know, you always want to be out there, and you're just as nervous as the pitcher is, right? I mean, you want the ball to be hit to you, like Javi said, but you don't want to mess up for that guy. But good for Alec Mills. It's really fun to play behind that. Yeah, Gracie, how about you? We talked during commercial break, never went all the way through the finish line, but you came pretty close.
Congratulations, Ryan. You got to play behind one. I didn't. I had 2 8 2/3. I was never part of a no-hitter for or against. 2 8 2/3. Jose Guzman in like 1991, and then Frank Castillo a few years later. 8 2/3. And then they got broken up. And I'm telling you, and I'm sure Ryan will say the same thing. When you're playing behind a no-hitter, I mean, I can imagine how Alec Mills was feeling, because when you're playing behind, I mean, I was having a litter of kittens. It was like about 7th inning on. I'm telling you, you are so nervous. You're like, oh my God, we're gonna and 8 2/3 didn't get it twice. Congratulations, Ryan.
How many plays did you make in those 8 2/3 almost no hitters, Gracie?
Honestly, there were like fly balls to center field that I was chasing. You're trying to catch everything, and everybody's just, and you know, to the other team, at least they were clean base hits. They weren't little infield something or other. They're clean base hits, but But boy, I would have really loved to have been able to jump up and down with a pitcher after a no-hitter. It didn't happen.
Yeah, playing defense during a no-hitter is like the grass is like lava. If the ball touches it, it's going to immediately incinerate, and that's what the Cubs did today because they didn't let any runs scratch across and no hits either. Alec Mills, as good as it gets. And, guys, we're going to continue to talk about the magistry that was weaved today from Millsy, number 30, with number 16 when it comes to no-hitters for the Chicago Cubs franchise. And we'll continue to chat about it right here on Cubs Postgame Live.
We know y'all got a lot of catching up to do. Meet Church's new Go Box. Your choice of chicken, signs, and biscuits. So for however you choose to get together today, this is your new go-to. Feed 6 or more, starting at $20. Church's, bringing that down-home flavor.
We could be the sun, so extraordinary.
What if once in a blue moon happened more than once in a blue moon? Reach for the moon.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh, I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you? Smile. Woo! Those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
Savor the simple of Kemp's Simply Crafted ice cream. No artificial flavors, just loads of pure goodness. Kemp's, good comes around.
Elgin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is moving. We need your help clearing the lot during the Jeep Adventure Days. Save on our entire lineup. Hurry, vehicles are moving fast. Visit ElginCDJR.com now.
You're gonna like buying a car this way.
I have so many questions, Sister Lucia. If someone were to say to you, why what happened all those years ago, why would she choose you, child of all people?
Jesus has chosen you.
Some are calling it a miracle. A miracle.
Why would the Mother of God choose you of all people? What harm can 3 little children possibly do?
You have to believe.
This is the Yes, a new way to shop that's completely tailored to you, with hundreds of your favorite fashion brands. Tell us what you love and what you don't. The more you yes and no, the more we get you. We'll build a shoppable feed that's so you. No 2 feeds are alike. This is shopping made genius. Download the app and shop in a whole new way.
Back on Cubs Postgame Live and tonight's Save Play presented by Menards. You can save big money at Menards for all your home improvement needs. And who does it go to? Well, it's going to get double duty today because you see right here, it's Ian Happ patrolling the big field in center like it's his job. Well, it kind of is. And he reeled that ball in right there, keeps the no-hitter intact. And then with 2 outs in the 9th, Javi Baez says, yeah, don't worry, Millsy, I got this one signed, sealed, and delivered. Shoots it across the diamond, and the rest is history. The 16th no-hitter, as we told you all show long in Cubs history. Time now for our social scene presented by Miller Lite, the original light beer. And Tyson Miller, teammate of Alec Mills, said, Alec Mills, that's it. That's the tweet. He was saying that he was going back to watch football today. Jeff Passan showing some love, MLB stats. And our guy, Ryan Dempster, congrats to Alec Mills, throwing a no-hitter, the second Cubs no-hitter at Miller Park. Well done, Alec. No doubt about that. And what more can we say about Alec Mills' performance today, Gracie? He went out there. He's a guy who's been overlooked, but not today. No one's overlooking Alec Mills.
What a great job of taking the momentum from last night, taking it into today, and just burying the Brewers today.
Yeah, weak contact. Usually you see a crazy, defensive play, but not today. He had them all locked down.
Absolutely. 16 runs in the last 10 innings for the Chicago Cubs, and one heck of a pitching performance by Alec Mills. As we said, the 16th no-hitter in Cubs history. And for that, we tip our caps. For Mark Grace and Ryan Sweeney, I'm Cole Wright. Enjoy the day off tomorrow. See you later.
After 225 years of Jim Beam, you'd think we just look back on our past. No.
Nope. We're looking to our future, where we're crafting new bourbons, creating new ways to drink them, and teaching a new generation of distillers. So no, we're not raising a glass to the last 225 years. We're raising Jim Beam for 225 years to come.
Do you have concerns about mild memory loss related to aging? Prevagen is the #1 pharmacist-recommended memory support brand. You can find it in the vitamin aisle in stores everywhere. Prevagen, healthier brain, better life.
This could work.
We're taking you home now, sir.
Are you a search and rescue?
No, I'm with the resort.
What? Introducing First Midwest Bank's newest branch. Your home. With our online banking and mobile app, it's easier than ever to make a deposit from the dining room, pay bills from the patio, or get alerts in the loft. The convenience of First Midwest Bank, right from your own home. Get started today. First Midwest Bank, momentum for life.
We could be the sun, so extraordinary.
What if once in a blue moon happened more than once in a blue moon? Reach for the moon.
So you're a small business, or a big one. You were thriving. But then, time to think, plan, pivot. How do you bounce back? You don't. You bounce forward with serious and reliable internet, powered by the largest gig speed network in America. But is it secure? Sure, it's secure. And even if the power goes down, your connection doesn't.
So how do I do this?
You don't do this. We do this together. Bounce forward with Comcast Business.
Update your home with style today at Menards. From the kitchen to the bathroom, Menards offers a great selection of faucets to choose from. They come in a wide variety of styles and finishes. Save on top brands like Pfister and Tuscany. They design products that are built to last and will look good in all applications. Save on your next update today with 11% off all faucets right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.